My name is Carl Van Horn. I am the Senior Advisor for Strategy and Policy to Governor-elect Murphy's transition. This is the first of 14 transition advisory committees, most of which will be held this week. The Governor-elect has put together a very broad and diverse range of intelligent, involved individuals in our state to help advise him as he goes forward into his next administration.
And this one in particular has a lot of significance because the whole notion of technology and innovation is something that we've talked about. I remember, Aaron, when you and I first met in Hoboken, it's been something we've been talking about for years. And so we don't want to just be measured in our words, but in our actions. And so we've got, plus or minus 50 days to go until we get to January 16. And all of these committees matter. This one, again, has a particular deep spot in my heart, given where we think the opportunity is. And it's really one, and Carl, if I may just go for 30 more seconds here, it's one that has a couple of different tracks, which on the surface may appear to be unrelated, but we think they're highly related. So one clear track is, how do you turn our government and the service of our constituents into the 21st century through technology and through innovation, to make our relationship between government on the one hand and the people we serve on the other hand as efficient, as cutting edge, as humanly possible. And while McKinsey is a huge asset to us in all of the tracks, that's one where there's a particular appreciation for their help in trying to sort of work through the ways we can achieve our aspirations. By all accounts, we're not remotely where we need to be or can be. So that's one track. The other one is to ignite the innovation economy once again in this state. Many of you have heard me say, and we've said it a lot, that we were Silicon Valley before there was a Silicon Valley. And that's not just words, there are proof points. We had Bell Labs and Sarnoff Labs and AT&T and bio and life sciences and health, and all of that is in the STEM umbrella. We still thankfully have a good chunk of that, but not nearly as much as we had or should have as a percentage of where that economy has gone to. And again, you've heard me say, in many cases, it's gone to other places that look like us, which gives us optimism that we can recapture that magic. And it's both big companies, medium, and small. So for all the discussions you have in picking up the papers every day about whether it's an Amazon or a Google or a Microsoft, all of which are important American icons and would love to have our fair share. I am as taken by the report that McKinsey did, that Steve and his team wrote this summer, that New Jersey has 15 technology incubators. New York has 179. And that doesn't happen by accident. There's policy that goes into that result. Why is there a huge gender skew in computer science? I think it's 75-25. It's a driving reason. Again, I harken back to the McKinsey work as to why we want to find the money to fund, not just expand the vocational technical notion in the state, but also find the money to get to free community college for all, to get at that middle skills. It's a driving reason why we want to make sure that kids in communities of color have every shot at the innovation economy as those in other communities in this state.